Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, Ladybug. Girl, I'm so happy you made it too. I'm like, we always be cutting it up in the on chat, on the membership chat on Instagram, but like, we don't get to, cut it up here like that. So I'm happy that you here, girl. Have we even been watching? Because I know you be behind in all the shows. So let me know. Let me know. Um, y'all. So apparently, Ready to Love has just finished wrapping up the reunion. And they already got the pictures out on the internet. They already sharing stuff and things like that. And I'm just sitting here like, I wish they would give the season a little bit more time to warm on up before they decide to go ahead and have a reunion. Because when they get to the reunion, all the questions that we have don't never get answered. They never get answered because by the time we get to it, they've been then asked everything else. Everything else. Hey. So before I start the review, I'm gonna share some of the pictures with y'all real quick. But what's happening over there on the reunion? Child, it's a whole lot of things going on. So let's see. I got some of these pictures from Ready to Lie. Shout out to Ready to Lie. Y'all know Ready to Lie be out here in the streets, okay? But this was one of the pictures that they have, and that's Randall, Samson, Devin, and Sharice. I said, what's that about? Is that foretelling for how the season's supposed to be? I don't know, y'all. I just don't know. Like something about this season is like I don't. It's not giving me something. I don't know what it is yet. But look at Shakira and LJ. Now, if that become a thing, I didn't expect that to become a thing. I mean, these are just pictures. But I will say I'm not really liking that dress. They just not giving how they supposed to give. Who's all these people? Oh, it's a different cast. Child, I don't know these people. But how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hey. Y'all, so let's get into I'm Ready to Love Miami season, episode 3. What is this? Season 6, season 7? It's one of these seasons. But anyway, I do got a few clips. And when I was doing my clips, because y'all know I only do clips that I really want to like get into just a little bit more than anything else that happened during the actual episode. But when I was doing my clips, I realized that Mike is literally the common denominator amongst a lot of the women. Okay. And I'm trying to figure out what's his end goal at this point, because I know he was in a bottom last week, but I do see that he has like at least 3 bad conversations with 3 different women. And I'm trying to figure out, bruh, is you trying to find love or not? And I realized that he is also very, very, very intense as well. Like, he gives me one of those people like he either F with you or he don't F with you. And once he don't F with you, it's nothing that you could do, say, or anything that will make him F with you. Although I do feel like the interaction with April was kind of necessary. I just don't like the aggression from him sometimes. And even the conversation with Cadence, I felt like that was very, very nasty. I don't know, y'all. Mike is giving me something that I'm not liking. Whatever he's putting down, I'm not picking it on up. I'm just not. Okay. So yeah, that was the pictures from the from the reunion. I really wish they would at least wait till like at least episode 7, so that this way all the things that unpack, we can get them answered. Because I'm trying to figure out what questions are they asking them, based on the fact that they don't really get to see they don't get to see the show until we see it, right? So they don't even really know what happened. And this is why when they start doing the interviews and stuff like that, it go haywire. Like everything go crazy. Because I feel like they need to give them a little bit more time to see what's happening, get the side comments, because they be up there, like, oh, best friends with somebody. And then they look at the, show and they see all the side confessional, remarks and stuff like that. And they don't want to be involved. So I'm really trying to figure out why they do this, because this is episode 4. There's no way we should be doing a reunion. But y'all know, I guess Ready to Love is ready to get these people in and out so they can start the next season. Okay, you're correct, Chloe, regarding Mike. I'm not feeling him at all. Right, something about him ain't right. I don't like Mike at all. It seems like he's not interested in you. He treats you really nasty. That's what it is. It's like, it's definitely one of those vibes where it's like, either I F with you or I don't. And if I don't F with you, and it's not even like you don't have to not want to be with somebody in a romantic way to not show them respect or to be nice to them. He's just really being mean for no reason. And I'm trying to think, like, this seemed like the cast of the mean people. The mean people, okay? So let's just get into this episode. So the episode starts off in the men's lounge. Now, although the women finally got a lounge, why they lounge better than ours? It's like we begged and plead for Tommy to give us a real lounge, okay? He go out and give us a lounge, but then he upgrades the man lounge. So it's like, come on, Tommy. I need you to give the ladies a little bit something better. Not saying that the lounge ain't giving, but it's not giving what the men giving. It's like he take the gentleman's lounge very serious, very, very serious, okay? So Tommy asked the guys, what's it like dating in Atlanta, okay? So Alonzo decided that he gonna give us a long speech. He's like, listen, Tommy, no mistakes about it. There's a lot of beautiful women here, but finding a woman of true substance that's not superficial, I think that's the toughest route right now. And I was like, who coached you on this? What script is you reading, and why are you saying it like this, okay? So then Simpson broke up in there and was like, I'm gonna just put it like this, plain and simple. From the neck down, dime a dozen, okay? But from the neck up, it's really hard to find someone with, true intellect that intrigues me, things like that. So, yeah, so he can't find someone, who the bodies is given. The intellect not given. So Tommy tells them to go out with someone okay, because that was disrespectful. They outside wailing, like, come on now. So Tommy tells them, go out with someone you wouldn't normally go out with. He tells them to be creative with these dates. Don't focus on a body, because we trying to find a fine mind. Child, Tommy, a fine mind. Like this, that's the best you came up with. Okay. I just don't understand it. Mike is so happy that that the men have the power this week, especially after him being in the bottom. And I'm like, I bet you do, because sir, you're not giving. I'm so sorry. Mike is just not giving me anything, nothing. Okay. LJ takes out Looney. Now I was like, that it was not the assignment, LJ. Like Tommy specifically said, go out with someone who you're not feeling. Apparently, you and Looney have been in contact all this time, okay? You've been checking up on her. You've been trying to see how she's been. Okay, you got the phone number. You had the access and all that other stuff. So why are you going out on this date with her, okay? She is happy that, that he was checking in on her, and they're happy that, they actually get to have this date. But I'm like, that's not the assignment. That's not the assignment, okay? But Looney is so cute. I didn't realize how cute she was to this episode. I was like, she is so cute, and she has this nice energy about her, very fun. So I'm liking that, we have another woman in the mix that, it gives us a little bit of that nice, fun energy. You know what I mean? Okay, so LJ asked her what she was looking for. She said someone who's genuine, because a lot of times when she start dating people, they put their best foot forward, and it makes it seem like, that they're a great person. And then later on down the line, she realizes that they just turn out to be a-holes. And I was like, that's normally how it works when you're dating, okay? This is why you're supposed to date someone, get to know them, vet them, get the information, and then go into a relationship with them, because you can't date someone for 2 weeks and get the real them. That's how you get deceived, okay? So when you think about this Ready to Love situation, it's like, yeah, all these people are getting deceived. Definitely getting deceived, right? No one understood the assignment but Samson. And then they was going on group dates. I said, how does this even work? Like, Tommy, who's setting up the dates? Don't give out an assignment and then y'all don't even follow the assignment, because y'all know word on the street is that production sets up the dates. So that makes me wonder, if production is setting up the dates, are they really even picking people that they don't have, connections with and stuff like that? Or is this something that, they just want to keep saying? I don't know. Ready to Love has been working on me, y'all. It's really been working on me. Bring back the resort season. That's all I got to say. Bring back the resort season where people were actually could not hide from who they was. Okay, you got to see everything front and center. If somebody was messing with somebody, if somebody was liking somebody, if somebody was sneaking out of somebody's room, it was all right there front and center. If somebody was a real a-hole, you was going to be able to find out immediately. You didn't have to wait. You ain't have to have no secret phone conversations. They ain't have to sneak away to the bars, and people was getting on in all type of situations because they was in that daggone resort together. Bring back the resort season so we could get to know these people for real, okay? Because at this point, what you're really getting is the representative, because they can act one way and then as soon as the cameras go, they go another way. But in that resort house, baby, them cameras is always rolling. And sooner or later, you gonna get caught up. And the real you will show, okay? So she also wants someone who takes the relationship serious and makes her a priority to actually put in the effort. And I was like, what kind of relationships you been out here having, Looney? This is what I'm saying, girl. You got to do a little bit more dating and get some more of that data, okay? So Shakira and Alonzo decide to go on a date. Now, I thought that this was it Alonzo? Oh yeah, Shakira and Alonzo go on a date. Now, this I thought was a really good person you're not interested in idea, because for one, I didn't see Alonzo and Shakira hitting it off. Something about them just seemed like they on two totally different waves. They are in two totally different places in their lives. They just have too many things that don't coincide with each other. So when she said that, she wasn't really sure about talking to him and checking for him like that, because he's retired, he's living his best life. She can't just get up and go how he can. All right. So I'm sitting here like, good observation. Okay. But he wants to tell her that he has a child. So if he comes with a child and she comes with a child, then he's open to that. He's fine with that. That's not an issue. And I get it, because these people are like in their 40s and stuff like that. But how old is Alonzo's children? Aren't his children a lot older than her son? So at the same time, while this may be true, there still can be some instances where this can clash. But I'm not saying it can't work. I'm just saying it can clash. Okay. Shakira, this season, this episode, I don't know what's up with you, sis. I don't know what's up with you, because why was you dogging this man for not getting your number? You clearly said that you wasn't, really feeling him like that. You clearly said that you didn't see a relationship with him like that and stuff like that. So why you mad at him for not asking for your number? He said that he wanted to see if it was really something and connect more with you in person before he went to that, extra step. So why are you badgering him about this whole, but you ain't asked me for my number? But you ain't asked me for my number. I'm like, it's giving very thirsty. This episode, a lot of the women, unfortunately, was given thirsty. And I think that's why they don't like, a lot of the men don't like Cadence. They don't like her because she's not about to be with the BS, okay? She's not sugarcoating nothing. She's not chasing nothing. It is what it is. And that I can respect about her. But when it comes to daggone Shakira, I was like, girl, so you wanted him to just walk up and be like, you know what? Give me your number. Like, what did you want from him? If y'all didn't have a conversation, y'all didn't cross paths like that, what did you want him to do? You wanted him to just be like, I'm going to just take your number anyway, and maybe I'll call you later. Like, we could talk later and get to know each other. Like, girl, no, that's just not how it works in the real world. So it's not going to work like that on Ready to Love, because then it's going to seem like he's just doing this just to find anybody. Okay? So be very cautious of the people who come on this show and they get everybody's number, okay? As soon as you go get everybody's number, it's just like Sharice hopping from table to table just to get, just to put her face out there. So when it's time to get down to the bottom of it, it's like, well, we did have a conversation. Hey, Jack and Glenn, what is going on? He wasn't interested in her. That's why he didn't give. Exactly. And it is what it is. So why even go back and forth with this man about not giving and getting the number? I was like, girl, this is what they be talking about when they be like, y'all be aggressive. It's a little bit too much, too early. Okay. But ultimately they do exchange numbers. So now he can call you. Now you could get his y'all can have a conversation or whatever it is you was looking for, Shakira. And Shakira's still not interested in this man like that. And but I do like that she told him to take off them daggone glasses when they sat down, because that irks my nerves. I cannot stand nothing more than sitting down with somebody and they got sunglasses on like they don't want me to see their face. What are you hiding behind your eyes? Huh? How, Alonzo, what are you hiding behind your eyes that every time we see you, you got on some daggone shades? I'll wait. So, yeah, so he apologized for not getting her number. Child, I was like, she's just doing too much for me. Just way too much. So Samson then takes out Sharice, and I thought this was gonna be interesting. Okay, she says that the first time that they actually talked and had a conversation, that she was multitasking. Okay, she wasn't giving him no eye contact. Homegirl was in the phone. This is aligned with Sharice personality and the way that she's been coming off on this show. Very like, I don't need a man for nothing. Like, it's like, girl, if you're on a dating show to get to know people and someone's sitting there talking to you to get to know you, why would you be all in your phone? It's low-key disrespectful. Like, it's low-key disrespectful. I definitely wouldn't have chose her to go on my second date with, even if Tommy did say making someone you usually wouldn't go out on a date with. But ultimately, this actually worked out for them. He asked her, how do you stay in shape like that? What? So he asked her, what do you, how do you stay in shape like that? Now, that for me just literally was the opposite of what Tommy did. Tommy said, go find you someone, okay, who's going to spark your interest, okay? Let's not look at these bodies. Let's get into this mind. Let's do all of that. And the first thing you do is ask how she stay in shape. Samson, we get it, okay? She's home fed, okay? She had the collard greens and cornbread. We get it. But like we had the conversation about how it's so hard to find a woman who's not superficial, the first thing you ask her is something superficial. So men they contradict themselves so much. It's like they want something else, but they always go for something else. Like, I want a natural girl, but then the ones they want to go after is the ones that's all did up with the lashes and the weaves and, all the extra makeup. But then they be on the backside like, I like my women natural. It's like, what you say don't never align with what you going after. So make up your mind, sir. Make up your mind. Okay, so they start talking about the fact that his father died in a car accident. And I think that these people are very insensitive to a certain extent, because even when Looney was talking to LJ and she told him that she didn't really have no family here, and he said she didn't have no family here, how she lost her mom and stuff like that, no one was like, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry to hear about your parents. Well, they didn't show us that. So I'm feeling like, why are we just bypassing, the sympathy part of it, the empathy part of it, the part that really makes you feel comfort by someone? Why are we skipping over those parts in this process? That's alarming to me, because I feel like whenever someone tells you that they lost someone, especially this early in their lives, or whatever, you're usually sympathetic to it to a certain extent. I feel like they just glossed over it, like, okay, well, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. But he does say that his mom would like to see him get married and things of that nature. Does Samson have kids? I'm trying to remember, because if Samson have kids, I don't know how that's going to work out with Sharice, because y'all know she don't want no man with no kids, okay? But he said after this date that he was definitely feeling her, and that's always a good thing. She said, oh, so you feeling me without touching me? And I was like, Sharice, no. I just don't get it. I don't understand why anyone would be drawn to her. I feel like her aura, everything around her, and I don't know if I'm being biased because of how I felt from previous episodes, but her aura gives me stuck up and uptight. Okay, you know how Mike tried to tell Kaden that she was uptight? Her aura gives me that. So I don't understand why. Like, I guess after the conversation, maybe he just felt like it was a whole vibe, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading too deep into it, but I just don't like when I see her on my screen. Like, looking at her, I'll be like, no, like I'm ready for her to go home. Honestly, like, I don't want to see her another week. Honestly, but I feel like production is going to keep her around for the ratings, for the drama, for all of that. And that just once again proves the preference, the preference, whatever, child. And I also wrote that I think that Samson, he adapts to each woman too well for me. Let me explain. The way he interacted with Sharice and the way he interacted with Shakira is like two totally different people. Although he definitely gives me this vibe of like some type of sincereness, I feel like you adapting to people that easy shows a sign of not being too genuine about your actions. Because how is it that you're so and you love these women who have a love for their children, and that's just the thing for you, and oh my God, it just really speaks to your heart, it pulls on the strings of your heart. And then you'll get to Sharice, who ain't got none of that, and all of a sudden you kind of into it. So that makes me just sit there and think like, I don't know, Samson, but I got my eye on you. I definitely got my eye on you. Okay, he has no children. I think he told Looney that. Okay, so then if he has no children, then maybe he could start his own family with Sharice. Maybe he can start his own family with Sharice. Who knows how that will go? Okay. Mike takes a group to the what is it? The trapeze. He takes them to the trapeze, right? Place. Now that's the thing. How we get a whole group date in this mix? Like, we supposed to be going out with people we normally wouldn't go out. I just don't understand what's happening this season, and it's really just getting on my nerves, to be honest with you. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you, okay? So April, so it was Looney, April, Sharice, Justice, and Swayze. They all went to the trapeze. Okay. April was on them daggone, things, and she was killing it. Killing it. To the point where she said she wasn't even thinking about no man. She wasn't even focused on no man. And I said, girl, it definitely showed, because when you got down from there, they was already booed up on the couches, booed up on the mats, and you sitting there looking confused and lost, like, where everybody at, okay? Justice, on the other hand, is not even giving it a shot. He said he woke up today and did not decide to be a part of the Ringling Brothers. Now, Justin, my only question to you, and I really just want a straightforward answer, sir. Why are you in this confessional with a whole blazer on and no shirt? Sir, you could have just wore a t-shirt for that, okay? If you want to have on a whole blazer and no shirt up underneath, what's the point? What's the point? You're still hot. You're definitely still hot. It must be a Miami thing, because like I never get it. It's like the men who wear them shirts that they be buttoned down, they be having this part open, they be having the chains right there. It's just something about it that gives me corny. It gives me corny. I think I like Samson. He doesn't need to be with Botox Barbie, right? I don't want nobody to be with Botox Barbie. And actually, she said she don't need a man, so why she even here? But that's another conversation for another day that we already started, okay? So Mike and Kayla go sit down and start talking, okay? He says he's happy to see more of her, and he doesn't want to step on nobody's heads. She said, don't worry about nobody else. I mean, focus on me. Focus on me, okay? And I'm sitting here like, when he said that, that just made me think of that season. I can't remember what season it was, but remember the guys would talk about how they made a pact about how they wouldn't, mess with nobody else who somebody else was really feeling, and they wouldn't, step on each other's toes. It gives me that conversation. Like, the guys decided, like, whenever whatever you decide to do, let me know, and we're not going to even interject in that situation. And I'm like, that's not the purpose of this. So, like, you should be ready to step on somebody's neck to get to what you want, point blank in the period, okay? So now April sees that she's all alone in her own little corner, but she didn't want But I'm like, girl, you wasn't worried. Go ahead and go back on them things and be athletic and whatnot. Okay, go ahead and do all of that. So she wants to go and insert herself with Kayla and Mike. Okay, and she says that she didn't really see it. Her and Mike never really had a connection, and he basically told her that he wasn't attracted to her. Yet and still, she decided that she wanted to go slide up over there between Mike and Kayla. At April. Let's make sense of this situation real quick. Okay. If he told you with his mouth that he's not feeling you, what made you decide to go over there with Mike? Okay. Last time I checked, didn't you have a connection with Justice? Why you didn't go over there and find Justice, no shirt, having blazer wearing stuff? Why you didn't go over there with the man who don't even know if he want to be married, but he know he don't want to be married, but he don't want to tell you that he don't want to be married? Why you ain't go over there with him? Huh? I'm just curious. Let me know. Just let me know. Because it made no sense to me. The whole interaction made no sense to me whatsoever. The fact that she came and sat next to Kayla and said, Kayla didn't like it. Kayla I don't really care if she liked it. It just shows like, girl, was you trying to be funny? Was you trying to be funny? Because if that's what you was trying to do, then say that then. Then she goes and sit on the side of Mike, and she's like, hey, King. Hey, King, you got all these queens around you. I say, April. Didn't we just have an argument the whole last episode about that King word? Don't do it. Don't do it, because I am not going there with y'all again. Okay? Not going there with y'all again. Where was you at when we already discussed that we're going to call people by their names? Okay, that's Mike to you. Mike, okay? So then when she sits down, they start going into this conversation. Now, y'all, I'm going to play the clip because I just could not understand for the life of me what made her think that this was acceptable. Why did you go and throw your whole body, on top of this man who told you that he didn't want you? I just can't. Because there's no way a man can tell me that he's not interested in me, and the first thing that I decide to do is go put my behind and my legs all up over him. That's what I'm not going to do. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this.
That he wasn't interested. So I didn't feel like he was really coming for me. So I'm just like, let's talk about it.
Okay, so she figured since he wasn't checking for her, she want to go talk about it. Girl. First of all, I don't even want to get into April's edges. I'm going to let him rock. But baby, it is all the tutorials on TikTok. All the girls on Instagram done told us that you supposed to take the little curler and you flip it up and then you swoop it over. You know, they gave us the products and everything, girl. And we still can't. You know what? It's the head, but never mind. Let's just keep going.
Question: am I your top? Am I your bottom?
Well, have we had a single conversation?
No.
So okay.
Not even with
so how can you be
or one-on-one?
So I don't understand how Mike goes, so am I on your top or am I your bottom? And she's like, but we never really have a conversation. He's very, very intense with her. For her to have her whole body on top of him, the conversation is very intense and aggressive for no reason. I mean, at some point, a part of me would just get up and walk away. A part of me would kind of like scoot over and move my legs off of him or whatever the case may be. But obviously, she wanted to get down to the bottom of this for some strange reason.
So we have some unresolved energy.
I don't know. It became intense. So Swayze came and saved the day and took me the F out of there because I'm like, what are y'all arguing about?
I didn't.
Girl, that's what we was trying to figure out. What is y'all arguing about? Y'all, I just can't. Why is it a wavy edge? Why is it a wavy edge? You know, it looked like that's spritz, baby. That's not gel. That's not edge control. That is spritz. She spritzed them daggone edges down because they look hard and it looked like it was trying to revert, but it couldn't because it was so hard. And then why is it so dark? It looked like she sprayed it down with the tint. Child, let me stop. I ain't even gonna go there. Not today. I'm not gonna do it. Okay.
follow through at all.
So I assumed you weren't interested.
No,
Was I right?
See, you gonna
That
feel the way
is
you
this,
feel.
is
No.
this. That's a very closed-ended question. Either you're interested or you're not.
The way April is handling this conversation, I don't want no parts of that. We're too old for that. We're here to find love, not drama.
All you need to do is tell me that there is interest, and then I'm here for it. However,
let me get this out.
I'm not about to force or press or lean or pull.
But you are, though. But you are force, press, and leaning. Literally all of that right now in this scene. You're forcing yourself on him. You're pressing your body on him. You're forcing all of this. You're leaning into him. Everything you said you wasn't going to do, sis, you're already in the middle of doing. What are we discussing and why are we discussing this? Okay. Of course, you're going to throw your body on this man. He don't even know what to do. He kind of got his hand right here on behind, but then he kind of got it on the side. It's like he don't know what to do because you got your body on him. It's like the part of me want to touch the booty. I ain't gonna hurt you. A part of me want to touch the booty, but she doing too much. She's doing way too much. And I have to agree with Mike on this, y'all. I have to take Mike's side on this. This was not the time or place to do this because obviously you felt, I already told you I'm not feeling you like that. You keep coming to me to ask me, am I feeling you like that for what? If we already discussed this, we already had this conversation, why do you feel the need to continue to do it? Girl, you doing too much. It's giving thirsty. Okay, give her some water. It's giving I need a drink. So I didn't. This is the one time where I'm gonna have to sit there and agree with Mike, okay? But I don't like how Mike was so like off the bat ready to like attack. His attitude is still one of those things where it's like I can't like he don't F with you, he don't fool with you. He did not have to be mean to her the way he was. He did not have to be mean to her the way he was being mean to her. Because you could tell he already wrote her off. You could tell it was clear as day that he was not fooling with her at all. But the fact that she went and put her body all over that man, the fact that she went and put her body all over that man, I can't overlook that. I just can't, because this is what women do all the time. We want to be the ones that take matters in our own hands. I honestly think that she thought that her putting her body on him and, hugging up with him was going to change the fact that he already told her that he didn't see it for her. Okay? But when he hit her with the am I your top or am I your bottom, it was like, sir, for what? Like, come on now. I came over here with a love offering. That's why I put my body on you, okay? I just wanted to talk about some things and whatnot, but you was already intense. He probably was mad because he was having a moment with Kayla, and now Randall, was it Randall? Swayze. Now Swayze done came over there and took it from him, okay? You was mad with Mike as well? Yeah, it's something about it. I'm going to have to take his side. Logically, but the way the whole scene went down, it's just both of them was way out of pocket for me. Okay, like, sir, you were really coming at her really hard as soon as she came down. But sis, if a man tells you that he don't want you, the first thing you do is not throw your body on him. Okay, now if you really want to get down to the bottom of it, sit down with him one-on-one and have a conversation. Have a conversation. That's why the whole conversation got lost in translation, because we hearing one thing, but we looking at another. It's like we looking at somebody booed up on a couch, but they arguing. And you like, wait, what? You don't like her? Wait, what? You don't like him? But how did we get here? We confused. We confused, okay? We looking at one thing, but seeing a whole nother thing. That's why Kayla was like, what are y'all even arguing about? Exactly. We don't know. We don't even know. We don't, okay? So we go to talk. Okay, so now Kayla and Justice. Okay, no, that's the clip. Okay, so now Justin and Kayla Kayla and Swayze, they go talk, okay? They literally are vibing. I think, do y'all see Kayla and Swayze becoming a thing? Because wasn't they like vibing last episode at the bowling alley? And now they like vibing again and whatnot. Do y'all see them possibly connecting like on that level? I think that they might can hit it off. Now I gotta look at it some more. I gotta really dig deep into it. But I feel like they can hit it off because they being really open with each other. They being really transparent with each other. They really look like they can have fun together. I mean, it could just be all in my head because y'all know I'm a hopeless romantic and I like to see things happen. But I just want to know if I'm the only one who see it. Okay. So Mike then goes to sit with Sharice. Child, Mike, don't go sit with nobody. Just don't go sit with nobody because every time you go sit with somebody, it turns into something. Okay. Mike goes to sit with Sharice and they start talking. Okay. Sharice, I'm going to show y'all the clip because we're going to get into it a little bit. But Sharice basically says that, it's the divorce and the three children for her that, she can't take it because it's like he comes with baggage. Okay. He took that to the heart. What do you mean my children are baggage? I see Swayze and Katie's vibe the most. Okay, Swayze gives me player vibes. Okay, so she's telling him, I feel like children are baggage. I feel like it's all, I think he nitpicked what he wanted to hear from it, okay? Because she said, I feel like that's baggage. I guess talking about divorce, the children, the baby mama, like he comes with a lot. And I'm not mad at her for feeling like that. Maybe she should have used another word. I don't know what the word could have been, should have been, or would have been. But I don't know what other word she could have used besides baggage. Because let's be honest, when we saw Dante up there, we was like, he got 3 baby mamas. Ain't no way he got 3 kids, 3 different women. But the difference between Mike is that Mike was married to his wife. And he made those children in that marriage. Okay. So obviously, if they got divorced or whatever, I don't know, maybe it's the child support that might be, too much. But y'all, to be honest with y'all, for Sharice does not care if you have children. She doesn't. She just wants you to be able to have 100% focus on her, which is why she was fine with deadbeat Devin. Because remember, deadbeat Devin had a child. As long as he wasn't active in that child's life, she didn't give a F. So for her to say that the children is baggage, it's baggage only because he actually cares for his children, which should say a whole lot more than how you was over there, drooling over deadbeat Devin who didn't even have nothing to do with his child. And he's still on the internet trying to convince us that it's the mother's fault that he can't take her to court to see his child. And I don't understand how that works. I don't get how that plays out. So no, I'm not buying what you're trying to sell me, Sharice, because ultimately, doesn't matter about the children. Because you can have 4 children. Just don't be a father to them children and she gonna rock with you, sir. Tell her you a deadbeat. Why she be like, I'm fine with that. I'm good with that. Child, it's stupidity for me. Like the fact that he has 4 kids that he made in a marriage that he was committed to shows that he has those qualities of some sense to commit. Those qualities to have be in a good relationship or whatever the case may be. So I don't understand. I don't get it. I mean, he's 44, he's 45. I mean, let's be honest, y'all. Let's be honest. It's not too many people at 45 you won't find with no kids. It's not too many people you won't find at 45 that may not have been married before. I mean, you may find one who haven't been married with kids or one who ain't got no kids that has been married. When you turn 45, you almost lived half of your life, okay? So at some point, it's not uncommon to have somebody who got some kids. And it's not uncommon to find someone who didn't have been married. Not saying you should settle, but you got to be realistic about the options that are out here. Okay? A female sent me an offensive text. He immediately apologized. It was meant for a chick he was seeing. Didn't accept that from anyone. Right. I don't like Sharice. Send her home, please. That's what I'm saying. Send her home. Okay? So let's get into this clip really quickly.
Because it wasn't a good timing.
That's a red flag.
Listen.
If a man said that about a woman,
it's not
he would get roasted and toasted.
All I'm saying is that I don't have any kids.
Why?
Because it wasn't a good timing.
That's
I
a red
just
flag
haven't
for
been there.
me.
And that's
Might get on my nerve, y'all. That's a red flag for me. Now, I have a question for y'all. Okay. Do you feel like by Sharice not having children at 43, child? He said 45. She said, I'm 43. Don't age me, baby. Give me 2 more years before you add them 2 more years. Okay. But do y'all feel like what he said has some truth to it about her being 45 and not having any kids? Do y'all feel like there's some truth to that about it being a red flag? Or do you prefer to actually find somebody in that age range who doesn't have children? Do you think that something could possibly be wrong with that? Because I've heard this a lot during the season where the men are like, oh, well, you're all put together and you're this, that, and the other. Why you don't have anybody? And things like that. And he's trying to figure out, like, you 43 years old and you ain't got no kids and this, that, and the other. Like, what have you been doing with your life? Why don't nobody want you? And why don't nobody want you to be their baby mama? Okay. Wish I was your baby mama. Like, what's happening? I will say is if she, ain't got no kids by 43, girlfriend, whatever you taking, good for you. Good for you, because it's holding you down, sis. It's holding you down. I said that on Twitter, she has the right to have her standards of what kind of man she wants, but she's looking for something that's very rare. It totally is. Like, it's nothing wrong with not wanting someone who have children, but you have to understand that at some point, a lot of these people, men and women, come with children at 45. Like, let's not act like we waiting to 45 to have kids, especially women, because we don't have that time privilege. We literally have a biological clock. Not saying we can't have kids, but literally it becomes a lot more difficult to do it when we get in there, upper 40s, early 50s. Okay? Because eventually when that menopause hit, baby, you ain't gonna be able to have no kids. Like, what? I don't get it. I don't get it. But my thing is, do y'all think that it's a red flag? Should it be a red flag for a man if he sees a woman at this age, 43, not having children? Do you think something's off with that? But I do feel like Sharice in this conversation, she wasn't being aggressive. But I do feel like sometimes her words just come out wrong. So you can't help but look at her sideways.
And I respect
At
that.
45?
I'm not upset. I'm 43. I'm not upset about
Why?
that. Can you let me speak? Why are you over talking me? That's my beliefs. That's my core values. I'm just saying I don't want to deal with that. I want to get married for the first time with someone who's never been married, who's never had a baby. That's all I'm saying.
So this is my thing about Mike. Mike is he talk about women aggressive. He is so aggressive. When he talks to these women, as we just saw how he talked to April, as we just saw how he talked to Sharice, he is not gentle at all. He's not gentle. I mean, there is a certain amount of, softness that a man has to have with a woman, and he does not have that. It's like once he realized he don't F with you, like I've been saying, he really don't F with you. 31 with no kids is a green flag. If he wants kids, yes. If he doesn't, then no. But Mike act like he don't want no kids. He act like he don't want no kids. He telling us he don't. He telling Brandy he do. He telling, we don't know what Mike wants. Mike flip-flops and he lies. Guess we definitely can see why he's single. Like, he's very intense. I would hate to be in an argument with him. I really would, because I feel like he would slip up and call you a B out of nowhere. Like, you can't be mad at this woman because she don't want to have kids. She want to actually have kids in a family, and from the fresh start with someone. All you have to do at this point is realize that you're not the one. It's not you, sir. It's just not you, and that's okay. But for you to be up there being so aggressive, so intense, like look how he talked to her.
43. I'm not upset about that. Can you let me speak? Why are you over talking? It wasn't good timing.
That's
I
a red
just
flag
haven't
for
been
me.
there, and I respect
At
that.
45?
I'm not upset. I'm 43. I'm not upset about
Why?
that. Can you let me speak? Why are you over talking me? That's my beliefs. That's my core values. I'm just saying I don't want to deal with that. I want to get married for the first time with someone who's never been married, who's never had a baby. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. He rubs me wrong, y'all. And I keep saying it. When I was taking my clips of all the little parts that I wanted to really talk about, I was like, you know what? Why does Mike end up in all my clips? What is Mike doing that he ends up in all my clips? And I realized that it's not even what he's saying. It's a lot of the times of how he's saying it, how his facial expressions is, the tone in his voice. And don't get me wrong, because I'm married to a black man, and I know that sometimes they could come off a little stronger than I would like, but I get it. I get it. But even in these instances, he just seems so defensive. So defensive. And I think that when she said that the children were baggage, it was activated. Like whatever that button that was in him, she pressed it, and he was like, oh no, I'm about to tell her that she's a red flag. You a red flag, you a red flag, you a red flag. That's see you as a red flag. Like, why you gotta go so hard on her for that? Right. It's never what you say, it's always how you say it to someone. It's always how you say it. And I think that's what the issue is with Sharice. Sharice should have led with, I want to start a family and have children from start. And I can't find that with someone who's been married and have 4 children. But when you say, I don't want no man who got had a wife and children because that's baggage, you definitely might trigger somebody, because we don't look at our children as baggage, although they do come with a lot. It takes a lot for someone to step up to be a step parent to someone else's child. So I get it. I get it. You come, especially from divorces, because you're going to have different traumas, different issues, trust issues, love. It's a lot of different things that come with divorce as one. Then, the divorce and then having children, there's a lot of other things that come with that. So I get it, Sharice. That's not the issue. I think the way she presents it, because at the end, when she said it, it was like, yeah, that makes sense, Sharice. She just want to start her family over. She want to start fresh with somebody. I get it. I get it. But the way she led the conversation caused everybody to already throw out the bottom, the end part of that scene didn't hit how it was supposed to, because the first part of the scene was so judgmental. That's the word. The first part of it was so judgmental that when we saw the little bit of vulnerability towards the end, we were already checked out. We were already checked out. Like, girl, no, we don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Especially when majority of us over here in our late 30s, early 40s got some kids. My children are not baggage. So I think that she needs to figure out how to have, she needs to tone down something in her. I don't know if she got the nerve to talk about how someone was being loud and aggressive and this, that, and the other. But baby girl, your nice nasty not working either. Your nice nasty not working either. Let's just be honest about it. Okay, so Randall and Tanika, they go out on a date, and he asks her, do she think she's ready for a new relationship, being as though she just got one in 2019. She says that she did. He asked her, like, so how did you get, how did you, get yourself to, how do you know you're ready? She said she did a lot of self-reflecting, and she took herself out on a lot of dates. And I actually think that is something that a lot of women are so scared to do. Take yourself out. And I thought about that for 1 second. Like, I don't know if I would want to take myself out. I did go to a bar one time by myself because I was so upset with my husband. He didn't want to go with me. So I ended up just going. I'm going out anyway, with or without you. And he eventually ended up meeting me there because he felt bad for making me go by myself. But when I sat down, I had, this Caucasian man, he was hitting on me or whatever, and he was talking to me, and we was talking and whatever, and then my husband showed up, and I was like, okay, never mind. I had to turn it down a little bit, like, oh, that's my husband, because he didn't tell me he was coming. He just popped up on me, like, don't do that. Don't do that, sir. Don't do that. You ain't want to come out with me. Now I'm over here having a good old time with a little conversation. You want to pop up. Like, don't do that. So I definitely feel like, but I don't know if I would want to go out to like eat by myself. How many people take themselves out? Let me just gauge this with you, with women or even men. How many times do you take yourself out? Do you or do you not? You said Randall is bae low key. Is it something that you would like to do for yourself? I think the only place that you can actually take yourself out to without actually feeling some type of way would maybe be the movies. Maybe the movies. Because it's a dark place. You just go in, you sit down, you watch it. I took myself a lot before I got married and remarried. Really? What did that feel like? I take myself on dates all the time. What do it feel like? Do you feel like people staring at you? Do you feel like the eyeball out? Do you feel uncomfortable? Like, how do you feel? Because I could imagine wanting to go to Outback, because y'all, I love Outback, going to get my ribeye steak, medium well, and, just enjoying myself. But then at the same time, I feel like I would be lonely. Like, what I'm supposed to do, who I'm supposed to talk to. People gonna be looking at me like you by yourself. That's what I think, and this is why I think it's a good conversation amongst people to have about feeling comfortable and confident with taking yourself out, and knowing that you deserve to go out, even if it is just you taking yourself out. That self-love, that self-care, that self-worth, is different. Really nice. I have several times, especially lunch, I'm usually looking on my phone or people watch. Okay, I really don't, but I think I will start at some point. I go shopping alone a lot, but not eating, movie, etc. Now, shopping, I definitely can understand, going out shopping, because like you shopping ain't no big deal to do by yourself. But I think, at those, intimate moments, I think that's when I feel like people going to be judging me. And I think that's a good conversation for us to have on another day. To get past that, self-sabotage of caring about what other people think. Good way to go out by yourself is you can sit at the bar and strike conversation with people around you. Okay, I go everywhere and anywhere by myself. Okay, see, I think that's something I'll have to get used to, because I guess I'm just so dependent on going places with my husband that I don't really feel a need to. But I feel like sometimes I want to go do stuff, and when he don't want to do it with me, I should just go by myself, right? It's okay to still date myself, right? Y'all, I'm over here having a whole therapy session with y'all. Let's move on. It's okay to still date yourself while you're married, I guess. my younger is single. She goes everywhere. I look up where'd it go? That was fast. It's gone. I love going to movies alone. Okay. I look up in Miami. Okay, cool. So I guess it's good for us all to date ourselves still, married and single. So let's do that, ladies. Let's take ourselves out sometimes. Men too, take yourself out sometimes, or take somebody else out so that they don't have to go by themselves. Okay, so dating yourself is fun. Try it. I'm gonna have to try it. I'll be so scared. So Swayze takes a couple of singles to the archery. Okay, now this archery got ribs, and I was here for the ribs of it all. Okay, it definitely looked like it was so much fun. I've never been to an archery place, like to shoot the arrows and stuff like that. So I really feel like I gotta expand some of the activities that I do, and I think that would be a good one. Like, I've seen people go axe throwing and stuff like that, and I'm like, I never thought to go do these things, but maybe it's time to just open up to the things that we just not used to. Okay, so Cadence went to go talk to Mike, and she got her ribs. She was eating them ribs, and I'm not mad at her, because if I was talking to daggone Mike, child, I'm gonna eat my ribs too, because baby, I'm not putting these ribs down for you. Absolutely not. And they looked absolutely delicious. Okay, so they sit down and talk, and once again, Mike comes off super duper strong. Let's get into it real quick. Like I told y'all, every time I found the scene that I wanted to talk about, it involved Mike. So I'm starting to think Mike's the problem. It's not the women. It got to be Mike at this point. Okay, so let's go.
Not like all tuned into work, you know what I mean?
You just look like you could be uptight a little bit. Like, you just know what you want.
Uptight.
So first, let's stop there. Since when does knowing what you want makes you seem uptight? Because that's what he said. You just seem uptight, like you know what you want. What type of women have you been dating, Mike? So because a woman knows what she wants, that means that she's uptight? Child, what is happening? How old is he? 43? You should be looking for women who know what they want. What's wrong with you? Not calling them uptight because they're not setting themselves, their standards low to fit your standard. Child, bye.
What's uptight mean? Because you said uptight, you know what I mean. That's definitely not me because I'm so free spirited.
Girl.
You see the face? He's thinking right now, how can I hit below the belt? What can I say? I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. No, Mike don't want to hear anyone's opinion other than his own. He's rude and he ain't ready to love. Child, say it again for the people in the back. But this is when he made up his mind right then and there that he don't want her. He don't want nothing to do with her. It was right then, right at this moment that he realized I don't want nothing to do with her.
All right.
So what's uptight?
Okay. I don't know. Maybe I took nothing wrong with
Well, I'm not an ass like being uptight. I am an ass, but not in an uptight, like pricky, bougie. No, that's not me.
I tell Katie that she can be a little uptight. She's just too aggressive for me. I've challenged myself this week. I did switch things up.
What about her was aggressive? You hit her with the bam. You seem uptight, and then got upset that she felt like you was trying to attack her. Help me, Mike. Help me help you because it's not working. You sat up there, you called this woman uptight because she knew what she want. Then you turn around and say she's too aggressive for you. Why? What have she done? Literally, what did she do that made you feel that she was aggressive? Child.
But I kind of want to focus more on the strong connections that I have. Well, I got a sense of humor. I'm funny. I'm sorry I didn't
Yeah,
show
because
it.
you seem uptight. Now that we talking about uptight, you're definitely like more reserved, introvert.
Katie said I can be an introvert, and that's the total opposite of me. She's already judging just off what she feels because I'm not saying anything.
But that's what you did, Mike. But that's what you did. Didn't Mike just say that she was uptight? Then turned around and said that she's already prejudging him? You did the same thing, sir. You did the exact same thing from the moment y'all talked. You did the exact same thing. You said they both seem judgmental. I think that she went in with the idea that they were going to have a conversation. And then he hit her with the fact that she was uptight and it turned her completely off. When he said that she was uptight because she seemed like someone who knows what they want, that's when it was like, what do you mean by I'm uptight? It's the same thing that happened with what's the scene we just watched with him and Sharice? As soon as she said that it was baggage, he got triggered. So then he started coming a little harder. That's the same thing that just happened with Kaden. He triggered her. So then she started coming at him a little hard. Mike doesn't like women who talk. Oh, is that what it is?
Me not saying anything is just I don't want to hear what she has to say.
So you're like, you gotta get you out of your shell like a turtle. I'll call you Mike the Turtle.
Mike the Turtle. Child, he not Magic Mike. This is Mike the Turtle. Yeah, he triggered her. I will say that. That's exactly what he did. Because if you look at it from here,
I'm not like all tuned into work, you know what I mean?
do you see how soft she was? I remember the scene. Okay, before this started, she was telling him like, I'm not really all into work like that because I've been doing it for a long time. I'm here, so it's not like I won't be able to like go out and do stuff. You know what I mean? Like you see her face, you see how her voice was. Like, look at it. I want y'all to look at it.
Like all tuned into work, you know what I mean?
You know, you just look like you could be uptight a little bit. Like, you just know what you want.
What's uptight mean? Because you said uptight, you know what I mean. That's definitely not me because I'm
Try to switch up happened real quick. She went from, because I'm not really all into work like that. You know what I mean? What's uptight mean? So what you trying to say? Like she literally was just trying to tell him that she does have time because she's still invested in work doesn't mean that she won't have time for a relationship. That's basically what she was trying to tell him. Okay, she asked him, "Do you know what I mean?" And next thing you know, he was calling her uptight because she knew what she wanted. Child. And then she was like, "Oh no, sir, this is what we not going to do, not today." So I mean, y'all, we just saw the switch up.
So free spirited.
And it was like, well, I don't know what to talk about because I'm really free spirited. And then look at his face. Look at his face. It's his face for me. The face of it all.
Girl. All right.
So what's uptight?
Okay.
And he still never answered the question of what's uptight.
Maybe I took nothing wrong with
Well, I'm not an ass. Like, being uptight, I am an ass, but not in an uptight, like, pricky, bougie. No, that's not me.
I tell Katie that she can be a little uptight. She's just too aggressive for me. I've challenged myself this week. I did switch things up, but I kind of want to focus more on the strong connections that I have. Well, I gotta say.
Who are the strong connections that he have? Because we done seen him in 3 scenes so far, baby. These women are not the one. Like, it's only 8 of them there, and he already done had a tussle with 3 of them. So, who's all the women? And it's just Brandy. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because he did say when he came in, he felt like he was the top draft pick. I'm like, you done tussle with everybody here. Who is checking for you like this, Mike? Well, if they was, they definitely not no more. I guess it's Brandy. You're right, because then Brandy came in and stole him away. Brandy came in. So Brandy comes in and breaks it up. Okay, so she wants to talk to Mike because she wants to try. Because she's his type, because he's her type, basically. Okay, he says that she makes him nervous, but in a good way. And I'm like, okay, so Mike is just literally just feeling Brandy. And I feel like if that's the case, then go ahead and just make Brandy the one, okay? He says that he feels like he's the top round draft pick. And I'm like, boy, not no more. Not no more. You're not going to be no more. You said Mike is fine. Mocha Mima. He aight. He aight. It's the attitude for me. It's just knocking it down a couple of inches. I wouldn't say he's fine, but I will say that he's sexy. If that makes some sense, that makes some sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. She tells him that she's looking for someone that's going to stand beside him, and she's going someone that she can stand beside as well. It's a partnership. He questions her, like, why are you single? Because like you seem like everything's so great, like you have a lot of things going for yourself, you're beautiful, this, that, and other. And she's like, what you trying to say? Like, you think I'm crazy? And I'm like, yeah, she probably crazy. Because any girl that knows that this man is a walking red flag, and you yet and still wants to entice him, and you want to tussle with him in the streets, don't be surprised when the toxic start happening. Okay. Who said that in my candies, right? Who said that? He's definitely toxic. Yes, Sue Ellis, he's definitely toxic. That's my thing. Like, girl, you know this man ain't ish, but you can't get past the body. You can't get past your type. He has clearly been showing signs that he gonna be toxic. And you want that toxic because you have crazy too. And if you have crazy like he crazy, child, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it because I can imagine what the arguments and everything will be like. Okay. So Swayze, so they go back to the gentleman's lounge. You think he's talking? Oh, absolutely. Have you seen Mike's Instagram? Have you seen the way Mike, talks to the women? You don't think that Mike is toxic? Mike's the type that like try after he done, D's you down, turn around and just start a fight with you for no reason. Like, he just gives me that energy. Like, like it gives me low key, and I don't want to call him a narcissist, but it gives me the energy of a narcissist where they give you a little bit, then they take it back, and they give you a little bit and they take it back just to keep you on your toes type of thing. Okay. But I don't want to say he's a narcissist because we ain't get there yet. We ain't get there yet. I don't want to put that on him. Okay. So we get back to the gentleman's lounge. Okay. And Tommy tells them, so what's going on? Did we make any connections that we thought we wouldn't make away or whatever? Okay. Swayze said he loves how fun Kaden is, and she and that they've been talking every day. Wait, no, this was before. So when Swayze and Kaden Kaden went to go talk to Swayze after she left Mike, okay? And they were having a lot of like back and forth, giggling, talking, flirting. Come to find out that Swayze and Kaden has been talking every day. Every day. I was like, let me find out that Swayze is out here making these rounds, because first it was Oh, thank you. First, it was who was it first? It was Kayla. Who else Swayze was over there getting it, all the conversations with? I don't know, but I didn't see Swayze and Cadence like hitting it off like that. But she did look like they was having a. They did look like they was having a good time. I mean, it was like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, but he said that it was a lot of flirting going on because they've been talking for a long time, and I was like, I didn't think that was happening behind the scenes, but child, that's how it works with Ready to Love. These people be having secret connections all along. Okay, so all the men go back to the gentleman's lounge. Thank y'all so much. It's glowing. Thank you. Y'all know what I've been using? I've been using the Aveeno glowing. That's what they call it, radiant glowing pads for your face. I've been using those. Okay, but I do have my foundation, so all that together just as a mix. Okay, so Tommy asks, so Tommy comes in. Where am I at? Where am I at, y'all? Question the singles, crazy. Tommy asks the guy, Sansa doesn't want the power to eliminate. Swayze loves. Okay, so all the men meet up at the gentleman's lounge, and Samson doesn't want the power to eliminate because he says he definitely feels like, no one likes rejection. Like, I don't want to be the one to tell somebody they're going home. That's just too much for me, okay? So Tommy asks the guys that they find any connections outside of the ones that, that was unexpected this week, okay? Samson said that he definitely did with Sharice, okay? And he definitely wants to go out with her again. Not the straight cocoa, but and he wants to go out with her again. Randall said that he connected with Trinika. Okay. LJ says that, he's definitely him and Looney definitely peeled back some layers this episode. He really got to know her a little bit more. So Justin jumped up in there and said, yeah, me and Looney had a good time too. Like, she's a whole vibe. LJ was like, oh, now the competition starts. Okay, so he tried to come in and break up what we got going on. LJ, I don't know what it is about LJ, y'all, but we're gonna have to figure it out. We're gonna have to figure it out what's up with him. Okay. So then Tommy asked him, so who don't do it for you? I don't like that phrase. Who don't do it for you? Okay. You feeling Samson? Is Samson for you? I think LJ is a smooth dude. I think out of all the guys, I think it's Samson, Randall, and I'm trying to think of the other guys. I used to think it was LJ, but I don't know what turned me off from LJ. I can't figure it out. Oh, that's why. It's the record deal for me. Like the whole singing and everything. Like it kind of had me looking at him sideways. I ain't really like that too much. Okay. But when Samson said that he wanted to but when Samson said, so Alonzo said he wasn't feeling Brandy. Samson and Mike both said they wasn't feeling April, okay? But when Samson said that he wants to pursue a woman that he wants to chase, okay? And when it comes to April, he feels like he doesn't want to chase her. And I said, I ain't never heard a man say it like that before. That really stood out to me when he said he wants to pursue a woman who he feels he wants to chase. That sounds crazy because we always say all the time that men like to chase. But to hear a man say that he pursues women who gives him the feeling of a chase, it's like, what was it about April? Did she seem too available? Did she just seem too thirsty? Did she just see, like, what was it that made you not want to chase her? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I had a follow-up question for that. Because, like, what makes a man want to chase a woman? Is it the intellect? Is it the body? Is it the beauty? Is it the what? What about her specifically that didn't give you that chase mechanism? Because a lot of men don't mind chasing women. Is it the fact that she didn't seem chaseable? Like you didn't have to do much to get her? Or what? I don't know. That stood out to me. April was a little thirsty, but I also feel like none of the men there were for her. That's true. We can't wait to get home to get my laptop. Okay. A brother likes a woman who makes him want to chase her. Right. Sex appeal, intellect, classy style. Okay. Samson's arms are too short to chase. Go away to Ellie's. Go away. Okay. So Swayze say he wasn't feeling Trinica. And Justin says Cadence, he says Cadence that don't poke the bear. He said Cadence because supposedly she DM'd him at 1 a.m. Now let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question real quick. Is 1 a.m. too late to DM somebody? Is that like booty time hours? Like, booty calls? Or do you think like maybe she just wanted to like talk and she was finally free for the day and she finally was wound down or whatever? Like, what was that about? And I don't like Justice because like he put it out there, but trying not to put it out there like that. Now I like Sharika. Don't come for my boo. What does Justin mean? But don't poke the bear. Man, ain't no one scared of that man. But my thing is, right? What about her DMing you at 1 a.m. was poking a bear? Because my thing is, if someone DMs you at 1 a.m. and you sleep, you just don't see it, and it's no problem. If I send you a text message at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm not actually expecting you to answer. I'm probably just saying something, or I'm probably just up and I'm just sending you a text or something like that. Like, I don't see what's the issue. Like, there's been times where I'll be up and I'll think about something for my employees, and I'll send a group text to them like, when you go in tomorrow, don't forget to do this, that, and the other. And that could be at 3 o'clock in the morning, whatever. But it doesn't mean that it is anything more to it. I'm not expecting you to be up reading the text messages. But my thing is, I'm just trying to figure out what he meant by poke the bear, one. And why was her DMing him at 1 o'clock in the morning such a bad thing? What if she got off of work at 12 and got home and then was like, oh, let me DM Justin real quick because I told him I was going to talk to him or we was going to have a conversation. Like, what was the DM? What was the DM? I need that question asked in the reunion. The one that's already filmed. The one I'm sure they didn't ask the question about. What did the DM say for him to say, don't poke the bear? Was it aggressive? Was it abrasive? Was it a booty call? What was it? Because obviously it made him mad. It had to make him mad. Because they don't make sense. What man gets mad at a woman for DMing him at 1 a.m? Like, what man be like, oh, she poked the bear when she DM'd me at 1 a.m? Like, nobody ever. I don't know. Justin, ew, I don't like it. Yeah, he's been rubbing me wrong since episode 2. He don't want his girlfriend or boyfriend to see that notification. Oh, so at least you might be on to something. You might be on to something. He hiding something. Remember, Justice doesn't like to chase women. But if he don't like to chase women, then he should be happy that somebody was DMing him at 1 a.m. He was having a sleepover. Look. I was having a sleepover. His girlfriend was where y'all don't tell y'all that man got a girlfriend. Now, I've heard about some of them having some girlfriends, and I'm just waiting for the right time to bring y'all all the tea. But my thing is, if he wasn't one of them, heavy on the old boyfriend. What was it? Was it the blazer without the shirt that did it for y'all? Y'all ain't no good. This is why I can't be up here talking to y'all, because y'all ain't no good. Y'all be making me think of stuff I would never think of. Never, ever think of, okay? Because nobody was even thinking that about him. But anyways, so it definitely comes down to Cadence and April, okay? Ooh, Chloe, I know who you talking about. Oh girl. It's 2 of them. It's not just one. It's 2 of them. Okay? But we're gonna have to get there when we get there. That's why I keep telling y'all, keep your notifications on and always be ready. Always be ready, because I don't know when I'm going to do it, because when I do it, I got to roll it out right. Okay. Now, I have seen people already start saying that and, showing stuff and doing things, but trust and believe, when I do it, it's going to be a show. I'm not just going to come up here and be like, this is what I heard. This is what I see. It's going to be a whole production, baby, a whole freaking production. So y'all be ready. Be ready, because even if you have seen it, you will have not seen it done like this. But anyway, now I'm over here amping it up so much that y'all gonna be sitting here like, ooh. And if it don't give what it's supposed to give, y'all gonna be mad. Who was the other one? Justin doesn't have a girlfriend. He definitely has one. Get out of here. Is it someone we expected? I don't know who y'all expect. Let me see where y'all heads at. Who y'all expect? Who y'all think it is? It's two, supposedly, allegedly. It's supposed to be two. So y'all let me know who y'all think it is. No, we not Chloe. Y'all let me know who y'all think it is. Okay, so they go to tell Kaden and April what the guys have said. Mike high class. You think it's Mike? The streets say no arms though, and Uncle Jeffrey. The streets is talking. The streets are talking. If you want to know what it is, the streets have been talking for at least 2 weeks, y'all. But because y'all not really checking for this cast, y'all haven't really been checking for the tea. But it's out there. The tea is out there. I guess y'all just waiting for me to do it. Y'all waiting for me to do it. Don't worry. It's coming. Okay? It's coming. Streets say nothing about Justice being gay. I didn't say nothing about the streets saying that about Justin. We talking about who might have a girlfriend, not a boyfriend. We just talk about who might have a girlfriend. No, boy, we didn't say that. That wasn't us. Don't put me in that. Chloe ain't never said that. Okay, Chloe ain't never said that. So they take out Cadence and April, and LJ talks to April. And who talked to, was it Justice? Who was talking to this girl? Child, let me find a clip. Oh, Swayze.
So we had our little hype dog at Tommy. Our little players lounge. Some of the
So before Cadence got there, she already was on game, okay? So she was already ready on 10, okay? She already felt as though like she either was going home today because she knew that the men had already met with Tommy. So she knew that this possibly could be elimination, and you could tell all in her face that she was just ready to get into it, period, okay?
dudes, most of the dudes, well, all the dudes, besides me, thought that they said you were interrogating, you were asking intimidating questions. Like, a gift that could lie.
Yeah, I mean,
They
kids
just,
they have
they
with
just
lack
feel
of
like
facts,
you're
yeah.
interrogating them. They feel scared.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. The men felt like she was asking intimidating questions and they felt scared. She said the question she was asking was like, how many kids you got, what you do for work, when's the last time you had sex? Because she want to get down to the bottom of it. She just want to get down to the bottom of it. She trying to figure out what's these men about because we ain't got that much time. And apparently the men were scared by her straightforwardness of asking these questions that she only got a certain amount of time to get to. But I do feel like even Swayze was scared because Swayze was like, so some of the men, I mean, most of the men, and outside of me. I was like, oh, poor Swayze was not ready for this conversation at all. Okay. They don't put him in it, and that's his girl. Like he liked her a little bit. So he was definitely not ready to have that conversation with her. But I do understand by her reaction why the men are a little bit intimidated with her. Okay. I understand why the men are a little bit intimidated. Right. How is asking kids is it intimidating? Maybe it's the voice behind it. That man was terrified, fragile ego. I guess he was so scared, y'all. So scared. Can y'all please make sure y'all like the video and subscribe if you are not subscribed? Let's do that for me real quick. And then we're gonna get back into this clip. So if you need to like just pull it down to the chat, press the like button or the subscribe button, which either one you haven't pressed yet. Okay. But let's go ahead.
I mean, not scared, but they feel like they don't want to be interrogated.
Well, maybe they should learn how to lead.
Ooh. Oh, well, she said what she said. If you feel interrogated by me asking you some questions, then maybe you need to step up and ask your own questions. That is the girl that didn't like Devin. See, she ain't got time for it. She said so. Maybe they need to learn to lead. I said, oops.
What?
But I was
Swayze was not ready for this conversation today. They should have prepped him a little bit better. They should have prepped him a little bit better. Like they should have said, child, he was not ready for her. He was not ready for her because she came in. I think this conversation might actually ruin his idea of her, but we're gonna get into it.
Speaking to some of the guys today,
Okay.
talking about some of the connections we had and all that stuff. I mean, you're sexy, obviously, style, energy, vibe. A lot of the things that I liked about you in the initial conversation, the guys had the same kind of stuff.
LJ just gets the point because he's like, we all like the same stuff about you, but April's too pretty to have been that thirsty. I agree. And I don't think none of the guys were there. Like her guy is there, but I do honestly think that she can find her a nice guy, but she has to pull back. I think one of the things that's been holding her back is that she seems like she's like when someone she gives me the vibe of a guy don't text you and you keep texting him. Let me give you an example. So she meets a guy, they go out for dinner, they have a good night in her mind or whatever the case may be. She texts him that she gets home safe, and he says, okay, good night, I'll talk to you tomorrow. 12 o'clock hits the next day. She realized he didn't text her. She texts him like, hey, what's going on? He don't text back, okay? And then she texts him like, did you see my message a couple of minutes later? And then she'd be like, and then he don't answer. Then he finally gets like, oh my bad, I was busy, I didn't see a text message. And then she was like, no problems, it's okay, blah 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 blah. And then she texts him back again. Okay, and then after that, she go back and she texts him back again. Like she's the one that keeps trying to initiate the conversation when you could tell that the person don't really want to be bothered, but she keeps going at it for as long as she can. So the man finally gets that annoyed and just block her. So I really feel like if she can take that thirsty, that like take it for what it is. It's like she makes up something more than what it is. Like, girl, the man say he not feeling you, yet still you want to talk to him about why he not feeling you. It's pointless at this point. It doesn't matter at this point. It's just not you for him. You know what I mean?
Come on, you gotta be a little open. Be a little
I
open.
am.
Be a little open. Be a little nice.
I'm very open.
Don't be an island girl.
No. Wait. First of all, let's define that stereotype. I'm not being mean.
But some people.
Don't be an island girl. Is that an insult? Huh? Is that an insult, Caribbean gal? Is that an insult? I don't know. I'm just asking because it seemed like you from the islands. Is that don't be an island girl? Was that an insult? She's demanding. Okay. I don't know. Y'all help me out because should she have been offensive? Took it as offensive? What did he mean? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because she said, hold on, let's correct it. I'm not being mean. He's saying don't get spicy and turn up. Oh, okay. So he was basically telling her, you need to cool it down. Ooh, stop. Yeah, that's what he was telling her. Okay, that's why she said, let's clear this up real quick. Okay, cool.
Take it as me.
Okay, but I'm not being mean. Yeah, I'm a strong person, so I'm okay because I don't want to read men.
Okay. Why Swayze gotta look like that? She said she don't want a weak man, but why Swayze look like, what do you mean? You don't want me? Child, us island girls are spicy, but she's just aggressive and angry all the time. I'm starting to realize that she is very, this is what I said, this scene right here made me realize that she does have some of that aggression that Mike was talking about. And maybe it's just some of what we're not seeing. But, I can only speak on the scenes as we see them. So based on the scene with her and Mike, I'm still on her side. But based on this, I get the fact that she definitely has her standards and there's nothing wrong with that. But I also think that she thought she was getting eliminated, y'all. Y'all got to remember that she thinks she's about to get eliminated. So she's already on 10. Because she's like, I'm going out with a bang. If y'all going to send me home, then I'm going out with a bang. Y'all not about to just send me home like that. She's been sitting already. Yeah, she's got to simmer down a bit. That's exactly what it is. She came into the elimination thinking that she's about to get sent home. So she was already on 10. Like, part of her was already like, Nah, like what y'all not about to do is try to come at me like that. That's why she hit him with the men need to know how to lead. Did she hit him with the I don't want no weak man? She was literally jabbing at all them dudes because if y'all was gonna send her home, she was gonna be like, I don't need none of these weak men anyway. They can't handle some basic questions about whether or not they got kids and stuff like that. So I definitely feel like she was already on 10.
But they did mention that although you had all those qualities, they didn't get that extra, what you call it, je ne sais quoi, or whatever you call it, to where you were bringing that kind of like romantic side, you know, and connection with them.
So after the talk with Tommy and all that, and
let me just say that I don't think LJ explained all of the everything that was wrong with April properly. Let me just put that out there real quick. I don't think he should have been the one to tell her. I think she's just saying, because it's like he ain't really saying nothing bad. So I feel like she don't really know what she did wrong. But then again, no one really knows what she did wrong except for us because we got to see it from the outside looking in.
all the boys and everybody, we decided to give you another chance. We think you're ready for love. So
I'm thankful for that.
You see the switch up? Homegirl got some issues. She was like, it processed in her head that I basically was telling all these people off and I'm not going home. You saw the thought process go through her head. It went from, you go ahead, just tell me. Go ahead, just tell me to, oh, shoot. Dag, I basically just cursed Swayze out for nothing. Okay, how am I going to fix this? I'm happy to still be here. And I'm glad that you guys decided to give me another chance. Child, she switched that up really fast. Really, really fast. But isn't this the same one who slid in what's the name's DMs at 1 a.m? This is Cadence, right? She's the one who slid in Justin's DMs at 1 a.m. She don't give me that type of vibe. She definitely don't give me slide the DMs at 1 a.m. type of vibe. She definitely processed the fact that she's still saying, yeah, that's exactly what happened. She was like, dang, I done messed this up too bad. Because now Swayze gonna go back and tell the guys that she said that they weak. They need to learn how to lead. It's about to be a whole mess. She looked like she did. Yeah, it hit her. She'd be so excited talking, you just be running off at the mouth. Wait a while, girl. Take it easy. It's gonna be okay, right? That's why he kept saying, like, just calm down, like, relax, chill out. Because when she first came in, she was like, just give it to me, just give it to me. He's like, just relax, calm down. We just gonna talk, child. Oh, it's the regret, the instant regret for me.
You know, I'll do better.
I'll do better.
that don't
Like,
sound
you don't
right.
believe me? Is
That
that
don't
convincing?
sound right, no.
Ooh, child, she switched it up so fast. Child, I'm gonna do better. But you don't believe me? You don't believe me, child. She dangerous. Y'all better watch out for her. She dangerous. She's the type that'll key your car and turn around and be like, well, I did all 4 so you could get the insurance claim. At least I didn't just do 3. Child, okay.
I'll do better. You like, you cry everybody.
Well, they thought I was interrogating their ass, and now for the later on the day.
Now she want to be joking and whatnot. Okay, we see you, girl. We see what you was on here. I'm on to you, Candace, because I'm trying to figure out how you go from sliding to DMs at 1 a.m. to you don't want a weak man, and the one you was not sliding in was Justice. Like out of all the men, you was sliding in Justice DMs at 1 a.m.
After it.
Now we laughing, y'all.
That I will still be here. Like.
Now we sitting here laughing, having a good old time. People are so funny. When you really think that you're about to receive some bad news, like you could see how intense she was to how calm she got from the very beginning. Like she came in on 10. Like she didn't go from 0 to 10. She literally went from 10 to 0. Like girl, you gotta cool it down a little bit. Cool it down a little bit. It's like, remember who was the dude who found out that he was getting eliminated from last season? Was it last season? I can't remember. Remember he came in and he was cussing out that girl and he was like, no, because Precious already told me that y'all was sending me home and that y'all ganged up on me and like he came in ready, like came in on go. That's the kind of energy that Cadence came in. She came in ready. She came in on go. Like, if they gonna send me home, I'm going out with a freaking bang. Laverne, yeah. She came in like Laverne. Laverne came in like, I already talked to Precious, and Precious told me that the girls had an alliance, that they was gonna get me up out of here. And so that's how Cadence came in. Cadence came in like she heard through the grapevine that it was definitely her today. Okay, she definitely thought it was only going to be her. Like they didn't have to choose from two different women. So she was on go. Then she turned around and was like, okay. You don't believe me that I'm gonna actually change? You don't believe it? Oh, okay. No, seriously, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change. Child, we gonna see her back at the bottom. I promise you we will, because the Jekyll and Hyde, the up and down, the lows and the highs and lows and the hot and cold is a lot for me. Yeah, the one that wore that city trend short set at the reunion. Yes. As long as he is licensed and insured. Who is licensed and insured? Not the socks. Child of socks. Child, that season. All I want, I just want a resort season back. Just bring me a resort season. That's it. That's all. Stop being cheap and give us a resort. Y'all make enough money. Y'all got enough people reviewing it. Y'all got enough people, invested in this show to go ahead and invest in it. Just invest in this and give us a resort, okay? I know that the people said that the food was nasty. It was hot and cold, that y'all didn't help them with certain stuff, and then blah, 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 blah. I know that people was talking about the raggedy resort. Okay, but go ahead and invest in a nice resort so these people can really get to know each other, ins and outs, ups and downs, without any distractions. Okay, she needs to slow down. You have to internalize what's being said to be able to identify and make change. She was so quick with it all that she just be talking to talk. That's true. So here's my question: do y'all feel like, based on what we saw at the end when it came to Kaden, do you feel like maybe Mike was right? Okay, now I'm not talking about in that scene because I'm sticking with her on that scene. But I just mean in general. Let me see. Yes, no, maybe so. I don't like Mike. He gotta go. I like the resort season. It was nice. LL. We went to sneak it over to Jay. We ain't never gonna let that live. We ain't never gonna let that down. She was literally sneaking out. Remember, they were sneaking into each other's room trying to see who was over there doing what, and they was like literally dating each other in front of each other's faces. And remember, Sharice, keep it cute. Not Sharice. Denise, keep it cute. She was not playing with her confiding child, and he still ended up picking that other girl who was supposed to pick Rashid. Mm-hmm. And child, we were so mad at Adriana. That daggone Adriana knew better. She knew better because we told her, girl, why make him stay? Why make him stay? And she really made him stay. You know what? Don't get me amped up again over that resort season. That whole resort season. Okay. So wait, you said maybe I like Mike. He's cool and direct. Okay. I've been there, so I know, girl. It's just ready to, attack the fin. Listen, right. Mm-hmm. Yes, I don't think Kaden is not going easy, but it's okay. LO, keep it cute. Denise, the resort season was the best. Yes. Okay. So I don't know if y'all answered my question because it feels like y'all just was like, over skipping what I was asking or whatnot. And y'all was just going to do y'all own thing. But that's cool. That's cool because I did ask a question, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I understand. Can y'all make sure that y'all like the video? Please subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed. If you are subscribed, please check your subscription. When I tell you that my subscriber count go fluctuate like this so randomly, it bothers me because I'm like, is YouTube unsubscribing people? Because they say that YouTube been doing that lately. And even I had some subscribers say, girl, they unsubscribed from you 3 times, whatever. So just make sure that you're still subscribed. And if you're not subscribed and this is your first time here, thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Go ahead and subscribe. To all my members, y'all know we gonna talk all day. Okay, this is just a glimpse of just a face-to-face, but y'all know we be in the comments tearing it on up. I appreciate you all for subscribing, joining me this afternoon, chilling with me or whatever. I decided that I am going to do a Married at First Sight live later on tonight, or maybe in another hour or so. It depends on how I feel, but I didn't take any notes for this episode, so we literally are going to wing it and just discuss the couples and things that happen as best to our memory. Okay, so we are going to do a Married at First Sight live, but it will be a review, but it won't be as detailed as most of my reviews are. If that makes sense. I just can't see myself taking 2 hours of notes again. I just can't, y'all. I just can't. Not today. And I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I ended up doing my aunt here, so that was a whole lot. I want her to chill out before she shoots herself in the foot, but I don't know. It's going to be registered with her soon. It's going to register with her soon enough. Probably not. We'll see. Let's see. Well, all that being said, you guys, I am going to talk to you guys later. Oh, you know what? I was supposed to make a video about that pastor talking about Beyonce and the church girl song, because I feel like I got some things I need to say about that. So I definitely probably record that and post it for you guys later. Anyway, y'all, I'm out of here. Peace.